Welcome back to my channel, El Arshan. Now, we will review the next chapter of Grappler Baki, the Great Prison Battle Arc. It's the chapter where Hanma Baki learned the truth about Che Guevara, the second unchained in prison. Do you think the second is strong enough to defeat the United States like Hanma Yujiro? Let's find out. But first, please know that you can buy the new Grappler Baki volume collections, Baki the Grappler Season 1 and 2 DVDs, and Bandai's Grappler Baki figurine on the link on the description below. By buying, you can help the channel grow and release more Baki videos. Please subscribe and let's begin. The chapter starts inside the Arizona prison. The second talked to Hanma Baki saying, "Che, Mr. Baki. The meal was awful, wasn't it?" Baki replied, "I've heard about you. I thought you were Mr. Second because you were the second strongest of the jail. But actually, that's not true. That's right. My title of the second means I'm the next free man. The next unchained. But isn't the first one still here? That Pelotudo Oliva will be done very soon. Everybody thinks the same thing. No one can stand his luxurious lifestyle. He just get away with it, using and boasting his strength. Just like Americans love to do. Oliva is just like Bush. You are using the American style. You are American also, are you not? It's better that you pick your words carefully next time, or..." Then suddenly, an officer tried to hit Baki in the head, using a baton. But before it can hit, Baki just casually stole it from the officer without any effort. What the? Oh. This baton. Baki then swings it with his extraordinary strength. He then imitated the second saying. So funny. It bends like rubber. But on the spur of the moment, 4 officers surrounded and aimed a gun at Baki. They shouted, "Don't move." Behind one of the officer, the second is smiling. Baki lost interest and said, "Tisk. Oh well." Then they thrown Baki in a special room while being constrained by a thumb cuff. Just outside the door, someone shouted, "Mealtime." It was the old man that Baki was talking to earlier. He told Baki to stay quiet. He then helped Hanma Baki eat his meal. He then said, "It's only soup and bread. You don't even need a fancy knife and fork. But by the looks of it, you can't even use a spoon either. You are getting the full experience from day one." That guy. The second. What is he? Where does he come from? He's the president of his own country. He's what? Well, nobody even knows the exact position though. The country of Lucerna, it's a small island in South America. A small country with less than 20,000 people where they speak Castilian. His name is Ernesto Guevara, a young Argentinian guerrilla soldier. Maybe 24 or 25 years old. In Argentina, everybody say Che, as in hey. But he loves Japanese kanji. So, he uses that kanji in his name. Che sounds like Hun from the kanji that means pure. And since he uses that mullet word a lot, only his closest friend nicknamed him Che Guevara. Even though he was born in a very wealthy family and became a doctor very young. He was the worst delinquent, expert on stealing and extorting. There are so many in this world. Not so many, not like him. He was not like the rest of the criminals. He was not stealing on the streets. He was doing it on the sea. Yeah, he was a modern pirate. Pirates, like in the movies? The method was very simple. Sabotage a passenger ship course and force it to stop. Climb the ship using hooks and ropes. Get on the ship. Hold the passengers as hostages there for a few hours without harming anyone. And take all the cash and expensive goods. If his story were to end here, he would be just one of the worst delinquents. But he had a turning point when he was 18. He decided to have his own independent country on an island. He traveled a lot and learned many traditional combat skills from all around the world. He started teaching them to his followers. Then he decided that the army of his country won't have any weapons. Not because of honor or anything related to justice. That was his secret project. To lead the island to an independent state. His training was so harsh and merciless. Using bare hands against swords. Against guns. Against bombs. There were many injured men in his training camps. However, nobody even tried to escape. Because everybody knew that this method was the best way to the victory. When the time came when his followers didn't get so many injuries in the combat drills. The Che guerrilla team with no weapons had been completed. He started it right away. Some thought Che Guevara was too young to be their leader. And a man who hated his movement the most was the President of the USA, George W. Bush. He then said, "Hey, can we do anything to them? I've heard that the island of Lacerna wants to gain independence from the rest of the world. And the incident happened right away. Bush continued. We can use a carrier or something. And have 2 or 3 jets scare them. Flying with bombs over the sky or something like that. It won't take so much time. Such a small island without a reliable military force. Excuse me, Mr. President. But actually, independence is a matter that we should respect. If the leader and people there consider it in the same way. James, listen. This meeting, it's not on air. People are not listening to this. Can't you get it? Do you really think it's okay with having refugees from there into the USA? Refugees? This island cannot be independent. This will mean that 20,000 people will cut trading relationship with the world. United States, the leading police of the world. Can we allow such a thing? I have an idea, sir. I will send an army to the island and control them from there. We will state that the purpose is to control the coup d'etat. We can control the media in any way we want. We can even use the fact that we are fighting for our own freedom against terrorism. I knew that you would understand, General Ray Miller. How long that would be, Secretary of Defense. We can send them today if the president wishes to do so. Then Bush smiled, then shouted. Yes. This is the Texas spirit. Then suddenly, someone appeared in the back of President Bush. He then said. Don't even think about it. Then he shouted. Freeze. If you move, the president's cervical vertebrae will spin 360 degrees. And he will die instantly. Hey, the 3 guards over there. Turn around and raise your hands on the wall. Hurry up. President Bush then questioned. Who are you? I'm Chamomile Lesson. I am one of your bodyguards. Also. I am from Lacerna Island. I'm one of Che Guevara's followers. We just want our independence in a comfortable way. And we want you guys not to meddle in our affairs. You seem that you've got no weapons. Do you think you can walk out of here alive? Myself included. We already have set 2 agents in each state of the whole 50 states now. And all of them don't have any single weapons. But they can hijack and seize any nuclear power plants or army stations all by themselves. Of course, I also can do it. The agent then did a handstand on President Bush. Then he opened the television. President Bush looked at the screen and he sees a video of Che Guevara. He is saying, Che, the weather is awesome here. Feels so good. Yep, here in the famous state of Texas. A nice breeze comes and goes all the time. Bush then thinks, hey, this is my house. Oh no. Today, I am visiting the President G. Bush's house. Did you know that he's a countryman that was born in Midland, Texas? What are you trying to do? Hello, everybody? Wow. This is amazing. So beautiful. It's a great house. Here they are. Including his wife, everybody welcomes me with open arms. It's an American smile. In this unnecessarily huge living room. This huge amount of sunshine reminds him of Midland and his parents. He thanks his parents. Loves his family. Love his country. And the love for his people. What the hell are the guards doing? Shouted by Bush. Hey P-Bit, do you love your dad? Yes, I do. Me too. So, did you like George Bush's house? President Bush is surprised. Because all of his bodyguards are knocked out on the ground. Guevara continued. It might be a good chance to stop and reflect about your completely conceited life. And think over your blind spots again. See you. Again. The agent then said. Of course, it was a live broadcasting. The USA and Lacerna are equal. If you don't bother us, we don't either. Please take your time reconsidering it. What do you think of this chapter? Do you think Che Guevara got into prison because of this incident? Comment down your opinion below. Special thanks to Juan, the Broken Monarch, Stranger Dragons Prevail, Xanda Claus, Sam Shires, Lamonta Denson, Thay Donger, Aaron Wieland, Saiku Pat, Valente Jr. Villegas, and Josiahs for helping our channel by being a patron. We really appreciate your help. If you want to support my channel, please subscribe to my Patreon, LR Xian. I will put a link in the description below. Our next video will be about Han Mabaki confronting an abusive officer. Stay tuned.